This is my presentation for BSO 202, Enterprise and Innovation. My name is Katie Hurst, and this presentation is on my idea of creating a new dynamic approach to the revolutionary online retail market. I'm going to discuss a new direction for an existing business. The business I chose to look into was New Look, as it is a market leader in the fast-growing value segment of the UK clothing and accessories retail industry. In 43 years, the LPL Group have opened 672 new stores, during which time they have created a positive corporate image as well as meeting their corporate goal of value for money. Here are some of the statistics of the market value share New Look have. Due to the market being revolved around high fashion trends, New Look have created a process that produces and distributes quickly and have managed to refine this process into as short as 3 weeks. This allows them to keep within the extremely competitive industry. The company experienced a reduction in sales during 2011 and 2012. However, I calculated the gross profit margin for 2011 at 57%, suggesting a high retention for each pound for cost. Waters 5 Quarters illustrates the different factors that can affect the market, and so discovering how attractive the market is. The stronger the force, the higher the impact on the gross profit margin, suggesting that despite the sale decrease, the company is still managing effectively and efficiently. The online sales experienced a healthy rise of 19.9% during the same year, suggesting to me that in order to once again increase the sales of New Look, they would have to adapt in this market area for the highest potential growth. Being a fast fashion industry, the market is prone to quick changes, and the companies within the industry have to act not only to the fashion evolutions but to the season changes as well, causing a shorter stock turnover. With an increase in gross domestic product, household income and sales volume and sales value, it suggests to me that the market environment is heading towards a stronger position. However, when looking at the consumer buying statistics, it was clear there is a rise in unemployment, little growth in wages, increasing VAT and inflationary pressures, causing consumers feeling reluctant to spend. This indicates that although the economy appears to be improving, there are still factors that can influence consumers to not spend, causing a reduction in sales. I believe a company can overcome this situation by creating a unique factor that causes them to stand out from the competition. I came to the conclusion that the area that could do with a bit of improvement on would be the products themselves. I entered a close by New Look store for inspiration and heard someone within the store say, "I like this but," and following on with what they would do to change it if they could. With the thought of the fast-growing online sector of retail being a key aspect to approach, I thought that the ability to adapt the clothing online could create a new dynamic approach to online sales. So the idea is to adapt the clothing to fit the individual consumer requirements and desires, and creating a new dynamic that sets them apart from the competition in hope to increase sales. The consumer would be able to adapt the sizing, the length, the ability to add patterns or materials to the clothing, and finally the scissor option, the ability to tweak items by cutting at parts of the item, allowing a unique look. Of course, for this item to proceed, funding would normally be required. However, as I'm suggesting branching out this item on an existing company as large and successful as New Look, there is little, if any, startup costs involved due to everything else already being in place. New Look would need to alter their site to make adaptations available, which would cost very little. The main cost would be the variable cost of the alterations. Here I have a draft of what I think the website should be altered to look like. In this design I have done a demonstration of the scissor option earlier mentioned. I think this draft demonstrates the simplistic method of the idea, allowing the customers to have a clear understanding of what they can do and with easy navigation to achieve their desired alterations. I have created a simple organisational chart of New Look just to demonstrate there are many departments in the higher sections of the organisations and not just within the product range. The startup cost of the idea would need little expertise, as the organisation would already have staff who would be able to creatively add this idea to the website. However, if successful, the department would need a specialist team of skilled people to create the alterations. I have analysed my idea by using a SWOT analysis tool. The strengths is the unique products, and so the customers are less likely to choose competition. The customers get more choice. The organisation has no upfront costs, as the idea itself involves variable costs. It's expected to receive satisfied customers and reduce returns. The weakness is it reduces demand in designed products. It's time consuming and lacks efficiency, as well as increasing costs. It reduces value for money, which derives them from the company goals. The opportunities are it's ahead of the competition, has the potential to increase the market share and possibly increase customer satisfaction, and the threats are if the competition replicate the idea, this would no longer be unique. The extra time to produce and send the product to the customer would cause disappointment, and the extra cost could cause problems. That's the end of my presentation. My name is Katie Hurst, and thank you for listening.